But it's important today as we celebrate moms that we take it beyond moms. It starts with mom, because there's no substitute for mom. None. But even beyond that, that we see relationship as a gift and a sacred trust, that we invest ourselves into relationships with those that God has given us and those that we have the opportunity to be. If the church is going to grow, that's really what has to happen here. If your life is going to grow, that has to happen. You can't grow without investing in healthy, godly relationships. We can't live an insular life and fulfill God's purposes for our lives. You can't, because the Scriptures are full of mandates that tell us that we are to represent Christ everywhere we go. And we are people, wherever we go, we need to go with intention. I'm almost done here. I don't want to keep you from beating the Baptist to wherever you might be going today. How many here, you're Baptist, aren't you? Are you Baptist? You are. So, wow, you're going to be behind your brothers and sisters today if I don't get moving. But well, we don't care. We want to beat we want to beat other Pentecostals as well, and we want to just be first at the Haas bar. I'm not going there today, but if you do, I want you people who loathe themselves. You know, Job said, I abhor myself, and he said, I repent in sackcloth. How many fruitcakes do we have here today? And that's okay. Sometimes it's fun being fruitcake. But my mom used to make this, and she doesn't have online access, so I'm going to say this. I hated it. I hated that. I loved the fruitcake maker. I despised the fruitcake. How many here, in all honesty, say, someone gave me a fruitcake and I hated it? Okay, well, you say, hey, we're not all there yet. We're not all there yet. We haven't all grown into the likeness of the fruitcake industry. When I first came here, around a fruitcake as a gag gift, I guess, and it's on my bookshelf in my office. It's like 4 years old. It can't get any worse. So, I mean, you know, to me, 4 years, is that going to make it taste bad? No. But what does our self-image look like? And I'm not talking about a self-image that's formed from a worldview. I'm talking about a self-image that's formed from a Christ-centered scriptural point of view. Self is not enthroned, and self isn't the primary focus of how we live our lives, but it is the product of workmanship. And we need to appreciate that. And what I was going to say, if someone were to mold you something and they were to make a piece of pottery or make it for you and to give it to you, you know, they would expect that you would appreciate the time and the effort and the craftsmanship and the workmanship that went into making it. And I would suspect that most of us would. Well, you are that piece of pottery, and God is forming and shaping and molding you, and what He's making, He's expecting you to say, I like this, God, thank you. Oh, we can't do that. That's pride. No, praise is what would resist saying that. Because, you know, somehow we feel that if I acknowledge this, that somehow it makes me less spiritual. I don't believe so. Sometimes when someone hates themselves, they don't like what they see in the mirror. They have a harsh view and treatment of their own body and self. You know, we have people that not only neglect themselves, they harm themselves because they see no value there. That the apply to one's self-esteem. If you need to make a visit today, if you need to get a card in the mail for tomorrow to go out to somebody, do it soon. You know, I've done a lot of funerals over the years and in different settings with different people. And the one thing that it is always tragic when people are grieving because of relief. If there's any way of passing that blessing on to someone else. To look in the mirror and to see a cat. Well, anyhow, some of you really love cats, and I'm just messing. I'm just going to. But the value is in the eye of the beholder. We've had a cat. We had one for 18 years. I'm not going to, it was there a long time. Those who don't rightly value something tend to neglect and abuse it. The parallels between self-contempt and the failure to cherish others is unmistakably established in the Scriptures, where we fail to see the worth, we neglect it, we abuse it, we distort our view. To neglect those whom we are to cherish is unchristlike, because Jesus loved the church, and the way He loved the church, the way that we are to love those whom God has given us. Then I begin to love He does. Those who are born of God, I'm almost done. What time is it here? I'm going to give you some hope. It's 10 of 11. I'm going to tell you this right now. All right? What time is it? I got a 10:50. Close enough. You don't want me to waste any more time trying to figure it out. Okay, by 10 after, I'm done. Okay, you say that's another 20 minutes. But let me tell you, that's the second best 20 minutes that you're going to spend today. The rest, the better portion may even be with your spouse. Live it. Moses said, honor your father and mother, and anyone who curses their father or mother will always come up dry. It will not bring transformation. It won't change you. It won't change anyone around you. It will leave you cold. But everything that grows in you